Welcome to the Control System Lecture Series. I am Professor Kuldeep Sahai. In this second lecture, I will discuss on feedback control system. As in the first lecture of control system, it has been discussed that the output of a system is passed as a summer for comparison at the input sides. So because when the system performance is not as a desirable response, then we adjust the system to get the desired output through the feedback loop structure. Powerful tool. It is very powerful tool. In feedback structure, when we design a control system, is very powerful tool. In many cases, open loop system is not able to perform at a desired uh, output. So, to get the desired output, we use some technique, that is by adding controllers, compensators and feedback structure to the system to get the desired output. Feedback systems are classified in two ways. First one is the positive feedback, second one is a negative feedback. In this block diagram, you can see that the output is tapped with the feedback path gain H, and here the signal is passed with a positive sign. So here error will be sum of this input signal plus this feedback signal. So this error get enhanced, but our requirement is to get the output such that it should follow the input. So positive feedback system is generally not used. It is used in oscillators where we need signal amplification. The transfer function of a positive feedback can be obtained as G upon 1 minus GH, where TF is a transfer function or overall gain of the positive feedback control system. G is the open loop gain, which is a function of frequency. H is a gain of feedback path, and which is also a function of frequency. Now negative feedback. So in the negative feedback, what happens? It reduces the error between the reference input and the system output. So in this block diagram, you can see that the output is tapped with a negative feedback path gain H, and here the sign is minus. So this in this summer or comparator, the RS and this feedback signal is compared, and here we will get the error such that it would be RS minus this feedback signal. So error is reduced. The transfer function of a negative feedback system is TF equal to G upon 1 plus GH, where TF is again the transfer function or overall gain of the negative feedback system. G is the open loop gain, which is a function of frequency. H is the gain of feedback path, which is a function of frequency. Now, if we are passing a feedback, certainly it will affect the system performance. So first effect is effect of feedback on overall gain. Here you can see in this block diagram, this is a plant having a gain of G, input RS, output CS. So transfer function of this open loop system is equal to G, that is a gain of overall system. While if we consider a feedback system with a negative feedback, that transfer function is g upon 1 plus gs, means it is affected by a factor 1 plus gh. So if this gh may include a minus sign, so in general it can increase the overall gain of the system or decrease the overall gain of the system. So means in one range of frequency it may be greater than 1, in another range of the frequency it may be less than 1. So feedback, we can conclude that feedback could increase the gain in one range of frequency but decrease it in the another range of the frequency. Now the second effect on the system, that is effect of feedback on stability. What is stability? Stability is a perception that describes whether system will be able to follow the input command or is it able to give the useful output. And what is an unstable system? If its output is out of control, means it is not giving the desired output. So for a negative feedback system, transfer function is g upon 1 plus gs, having only one feedback loop, and that gh may in some condition may be equal to minus 1. So in this case, the output of system is infinite for a finite value of the input. Means system becomes unstable. Means that is not giving the desired output. So one can say that feedback can cause a system that is originally stable to become unstable. So it can be harmful to the system. So this is not only the case for instability. However, if we include another feedback, what would happen? The transfer function of overall system will be g upon 1 plus gh plus gf. So in this block diagram, you can see this is the inner feedback loop is having the path gain gs. So for this case, we have discussed that it may be such that gh equal to minus 1, so system becomes unstable. But if we add another feedback loop in the system, what would happen? So the transfer function becomes g upon 1 plus gs plus gf. Now gh may be equal to minus 1, but gf may not be equal to minus 1. So in that case, so overall system will be stable. So it is very important for the selection of the outer loop feedback gain. Even you can see selection of the inner loop gain. If inner loop gain is not selected, then system has become uh, unstable, right? So stability depends upon the magnitude and phase of gh. Now the third effect is effect of feedback on the sensitivity. So, so sensitivity are very important in design of control system, because since almost all physical system have property that may not remain constant throughout the life. Means due to the aging and environmental impact, the parameter of the physical system may vary. The example of this, that winding resistance of motor can change. If the winding resistance of motor changes, means the losses in the motor will increase, and that will cause the decrease in the efficiency, also cause the heating of the insulating material, and in due time the the insulation strength of material may decrease. So you might have seen that photocopier and printer, if turned on first time, so during this period it may not give the output. Means during the warming period the parameter of the system is changing. So this phenomena is sometimes called the morning sickness. So any good control system should be very sensitive to the input commands but very insensitive to the parameter variations. So for a closed loop system having a transfer function g upon 1 plus gh, the sensitivity for this mm, may be defined as with respect to variation in the g as a percentage change in the transfer function with respect to percentage change in the g, or del tf by tf equal to del g by g, where del tf denotes the incremental change in the transfer function due to the incremental change in the g. Similarly, HTF with respect to H, del TF upon TF equal to del H upon H, means percentage change in the transfer function with the percentage change in the feedback path gain H. So when solving this, the sensitivity for the with respect to the G will be equal to 1 upon 1 plus Gs. So you can see that the sensitivity is equal to 1 upon 1 plus Gs, means if Gh is a positive constant, then magnitude of sensitivity function can be made arbitrarily small by increasing the Gh. If we increase the Gh, then the sensitivity will decrease. So again here it will depend upon the range of frequency, means one range of the frequency it may decrease the sensitivity, in another range it may increase the sensitivity. So choose the values of GS such a way that it is very insensitive or less sensitive to the parameter variation. Now the next effect is effect of feedback on noise and external disturbances. So all physical systems are subject to some internal noise or some external noise. Internal noise may be thermal noise in electric circuit and brushes, commutator noise in the electric motor. So as it is desired that the system should be very much insensitive to the noise and disturbance and sensitive to the input command. So in general, there is a no conclusion can be reached, but in many situations feedback can reduce the effect of noise and disturbance on the system performance. As in this block diagram, you can see that here we have a in a forward path we have a two block having a gain G1 and G2, and feedback path having a gain of H, input is R S and output is YS. So in this case, suppose a case when R is 0 and if system is only fitted by noise signal, then in that case without any feedback the output will be n times G2, while with the feedback the output will be equal to n times G2 upon 1 plus G1 G2 H. So you can see that the noise is reduced by the factor 1 plus G1 G2 H. See, if latter is greater than unity, the system is kept to stable. So here in a effect of the feedback, first is on the gain. For a we can conclude that for a certain range of frequency it may increase, and for other range of frequency it may decrease. Second one is stability. If it is a properly designed the feedback path gain, then the system stability will increase. If it is not properly designed, it may cause to the instability. Third one is sensitivity. The system must be very sensitive to the input command but very insensitive to the parameter variation, so that performance should remain unchanged. While impact of the noise and disturbance is that it is not generally concluded that it always reduces the noise and disturbance, but in some case, as shown in the block diagram, it will reduce the noise or disturbance such that its performance remain same. Thank you very much. Thanks.